Casters, once again, to drive you through the action is Lawler and Canada's finest, Leafex. Take it away, guys.
I don't know if I would say finest, but I'm up there. But yeah, no, this is going to be a good match. Lawler, I think you were mentioning that this is going to be a close match from what you were saying.
Yeah, I mean, a big thing with Phoenix Infinity, they are, like the guys at the analyst desk said, they're starting to sneak into the scene, especially in the higher level players. The big thing that this guy does, Null, for Rescue Heroes, he is literally Null. You don't notice him, he doesn't see him, but he's what keeps this team together. I expect him, though, to have a standout game. That's my prediction. The
ghost, if you will. Right? Yeah, so we'll see if they can, and as Gibbs mentioned, there's the passes they got to look out for, intercepting that stuff, winning in the neutral, I'd say. Once that ball is in no one's possession, you want to make sure you're not giving it over there, especially if you're a team coming up that no one really is aware of. You can't be making any mistakes, especially against these teams that know what they're doing, and they have some repertoire behind them. So it's going to be interesting, but we're going to jump right into this match. These players are anxious to get in. Any early predictions, Lawler?
Man, I expect Phoenix to come out, but you just never know. That's the beauty of being a no-name team. There's no pressure. Just go out, play your game, do what you got to do.
Perfect. On the kickoff, we got Next8, and it's a Furby with those Octanes each. The good cheat from Corrupted. Going to start us off early, but no. Recognizing that was coming his way, gets a nice little nose on that, and that's going to be put out, allowing Blue to try to get recuperated, to push the ball out. Corrupted making a little bit of a mistake on the wall there is going to stop that offensive attack coming from Orange, but Next8 almost putting a ball into the net already. Still 20 seconds into this match with a little bit of ping pong going on.
Man, you generally see ping pong action when you have teams that are more so evenly matched and aerial collision is going on. That's a good sign that these teams are going to be very evenly matched, which is what we want to see out of the RLCS. This is going to be great.
Corrupted almost with a shot there. Good team play. They're, as we said, they're going to have a lot of those passes, and they're already starting off. Null is doing a very good job of playing a good rotational game. Already back, as we said before. Corrupted is up off the crossbar. Blue puts it on their own. Null, good job on saving that one.
Man, Null showing why his name's Null, not giving anybody a goal here. Glad to see these guys are rotating out. I mean, this precision and time changes between these two teams, very similar to hockey, where these guys just rotate out, put a lot of pressure, and then kind of rotate back. It's going to be a big story here between these two teams. Which one can control the possession down at the end of the field?
Next8 with a pass, though, but no one's going to follow it up. Corrupted waits for that wall clear from Lucifer, but the shot coming out, and it just goes a little bit wide. Null on that, a good opportunity for Blue right now, but Next8's going to crush their hopes and dreams and put that out to midfield for his team. Corrupted a little bit out of position at this point, and that's going to allow Blue to put some more pressure on the ball. They're now two people out of position, and this is looking good for Orange to get out front left with a shot, but that doesn't come out far enough as much as they'd hope. He's going to keep on it, though. Now Corrupted with the Fields backflip, and that gives Blue an opportunity to push it back into Orange's zone.
Man, that's scary with those three guys there. Luckily for them, there was nobody on Blue to come up and put some possession in there, put a little bit of pressure, and we talked about that. Gibbs earlier was saying that in order for this Rescue Heroes team to win, they're going to need to apply some pressure to Phoenix Infinity, and they're actually doing just that. Look at this possession going down. They're doing whatever they can to just keep it on the side, and that's something that we want to see.
Yeah, the point spread looking very good, as you said. Very even matchup with a shot from Next8. Almost drops into the net. Good rotation on Blue there.
Man, who knows? Maybe Lucifer is making sure he's wearing his brown khakis on that one. Might have scared him a little bit.
Yeah, I definitely was scared for him as well, too. Very close one. Orange is trying to get some more of those close calls. Left with a nice long clear. Going to have to put Blue back on a defensive situation. The wall missed, though, from Blue. As Orange has another shot at putting one in, but he's going to miss that one. No one there to support him. That's going to move back to midfield. Left is the only one last one back. Null missing that read on the wall play there, and that ball is going to go in front of the net. No Orange is there to shoot him. Can they do it? Furby is going to push that one to the side.
Man, I'm glad to see these guys. Good rotations out of both teams. This is a very back and forth game, which is what we want to see. But the defense coming up.
Next8 with the shot, though, and that's going to get the first one on the scoreboard. 2 minutes left in this match. As you said, there have been no goals. There were goals, but shots have been coming. 5 already from Orange, 0 from Blue.
Man, like I was saying just a little bit earlier, mistakes are going to be the story of this game. It's going to be that one small mistake that someone didn't get that clear far out enough, and it led to the opportunity for this Rescue here, or no, my apologies, this Phoenix Infinity team to score. And that's probably what's going to get them down to in the final.
No, with a nice touch on that, that's going to be a good setup for his teammates. Corrupted going to stop that. Lucifer trying to keep it in the zone at least. Furby with the follow-up, but The only one left back is Null, so he's not going to make an advance because he sees his teammates not in a good spot. Next State just throwing it to the side while his teammates try to recuperate. A nice long shot, though, from left. No one in net. Can he get the second touch? Not going to happen, and that's going to remain at a 1-0 on the scoreboard. But Blue has the breakaway. Furby not able to get control of that ball.
Man, that's one of those things. Furby had some time with it there. That's one of those things. These guys are so used to just playing so fast, putting so much pressure on the ball. They don't always need to do that.
Woo! No, not able to stop that one. The shot coming out from left. That was a very close one off the crossbar. Those are hard to read. The placement couldn't have been put anywhere else.
Man, one of those things that sometimes you need to allow your team to have some time, some energy to go back, get some boost, rotate it in, clear those rotations completely. But sometimes when that offensive pressure is getting pushed in,
can we see another one?
Stuff like that happens.
Off the kick, we got Corrupted dropping one in himself. And that's going to be a goal for each of the teammates, actually.
Man, people don't understand the difference between some of these cars, and Octane's one of the best at dribbling. Taking that nose and popping it up perfectly to the other side and doing a redirect angle, just good mechanical play coming out.
Very true. Good recognition of his car's abilities. Another shot coming from Corrupted, but no, gonna stuff that one. He doesn't want any more shots on their net. He's like, get out of our zone, guys. We need some goals of our own. And they're having a little bit of a struggle to get out Corrupted. Just keeping his car there, just putting a little bit of pressure on to make Blue make some moves that they maybe don't want to, some rushed moves. And that's gonna allow Orange to keep it in the zone. Phoenix doing a very, very good job of putting this pressure on right now, not allowing any chances to get out. Null doing his best to get that long clear. And the follow-up by Furby, maybe trying to get a pinch there, but he kind of puts it the wrong way, it looked like. And now Orange has an opportunity to shoot. Left with the shot, that almost rolls in. Just gets stopped by Blue, though.
Man, Blue's showing some good defense. If they can transition into the offensive game, they're going to be tough. I hope they can bring this together. 20 seconds left. You just never know what can happen.
Blue very out of position, and that's going to be another shot. We had no one back. Furby rushing and rushing to get back. Null stuck on the wall there, and no boost from the third teammate, Lucifer. And that's going to be a nice little touch there from Next Eight, sorry. Left tried to get that. He tried to get the goal steal, or the goal confirm, I guess.
Yeah, there's no such thing as kill steals or goal steals in this case in this game. It's all about securing that goal and making sure your teammate has a dedicated goal, because goals are what really matter in the end.
Corrupted up for the shot, though. Almost gets a nice one. Blue out of nowhere to stuff that. 6 seconds left in the match. 4-0. It's looking like it's over for Blue at this moment. And that ball's probably going to drop. Corrupted wants to get another. Let's see if they can do it. This ball's not stopped yet. Again, it's Rocket League. This goes until it's done.
Man, this ain't Rocket League anymore. This is volleyball.
A little back and forth, the ping pong. Look at those shots. Nothing. Once again, it looks like Blue. I think Blue's cursed. There's just no shots coming up from the last 2 matches that we saw. Insane. We're looking at 11 shots. 11 shots coming from Orange. The domination was there from shots at least.
Right,
the passes
right.
were great, and on point. The pressure is what really put Orange's head.
Man, I love seeing this consistency in the 3-2-1 saves. These guys, and that's the thing, I hope they transition the same way that the previous teams did, to where the first game they didn't have many, and then the second game they realized, okay, playing too much defense, man, we got to move it up.
Yeah, no, it's very true. And I mean, it wasn't too much scoreboard-wise. It wasn't too much domination, but they just got to get those clears. And I think it's those long clears that they're missing out on. What do you think, specifically beyond those clears, or anything else that Blue needs to wrap up to make this a little more even?
They're bunching too much in goal. You can tell, exactly like you said, it's not even a matter of just big clears, it's just they're playing too much defense. How do you expect to score when you're all in the net watching out for shots?
Someone's got to go for it, and the
That's
communication
right.
is where that comes into play. So hopefully have some sort of voice communication going on. We're going to get to the second match and see if they can make those adaptations. A team can lose by so much, but adapt, learn what their opponents are doing, make those corrections, and get out. So hopefully Rescue Heroes can do that right now.
Man, let's see. I'm excited to see what these guys can pull out. Obviously, it's a do-or-die moment until they go into that loser's bracket. But that's the thing. Don't count them out just yet.
Once again, on the kickoff, we have Furby and Next Eight with the Octanes. Very good choice to have those guys on the kickoff, as that bigger hitbox allows for better contests. That's going to go into Blue zone already. Orange trying to make an attack off the backboard. It's an open net for left, but he misses. He pushes it to the side, maybe not recognizing there was no one in net for Blue, and doesn't get that shot on net. And now we're going back into Orange's zone. Off the wall goes Next Eight.
Man, sometimes people don't realize you don't always have to play forward. There is times when it is okay to pass back. That's why communication is such a huge key. Passing it back to a player is one of the best things you can do when you can't move forward.
That's going to go deep into Orange's zone. Corrupt is going to try to do something with it. Leth leaving him alone. And now Orange on the offensive attack that's out front. Next8 not able to finish that one up, but Blue is a little bit scrambly right now. Might see a boost look from left unless Blue can take that, and they do. It should allow them to get out of their own zone, but Corrupted up there on the wall, pushing that out for his teammate left. Not going to finish that up. Blue's doing a good job of keeping it out for now, but you can't sit in your own zone for this long. Null over to his teammate. Now we're going up the wall. This could be a scoring opportunity for them. No one's going to connect from Blue, and that's back to midfield.
Man, they have a chance here, man. It's like they're doing a good job of keeping it defensive. It's just there's a couple mechanical plays early in that first game that allowed Corrupted actually did a goal, but
the shot,
look at this back.
Oh, that shot almost from Null. He tried to follow that up. That would have been a highlight, hands down, if he could have gotten that second touch off that back wall. Beautiful clear, and that's what the Dominus is good for. We said that nose on that Dominus hits hard, it hits strong, and it hits accurate. If you can follow that up from a clear from your own zone, there's nothing your opponents can do, but a shot on net. Null gonna tip it into his own net. No.
Man, that's really rough. Like, you see the shots like that, and that's one of those things that you were talking about a little bit ago, how big clears are a big deal. These guys, they're going up and making the save, but it doesn't matter if it's just going to level right in front of the net. When rotations are coming through, these guys are doing what they need to, and being there to follow it up, that doesn't matter. Like, you need to push that ball out, put some power on it.
Oh, no,
wow,
a little bit of
power.
that.
There was some power on that one.
Yeah, no, it looked like he had it, but then all of a sudden the ball was behind him there, and that's a quick goal. You don't want those happening. It's only 2 goals, but it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good.
Man, we talk about goal differential and stuff like that, but a lot can happen in 3:15. With all this time left, you expect to see maybe something cheeky. I mean, one of those things that these guys need to do is, like I said, they're playing too much defense. Sometimes they're just getting beaten on rotations. I mean, you see Next8 this entire game has literally just been a nuisance at that top right post, but man, box them out, bump them, do something.
Well, they're doing a heck of a good job of keeping these shots off of their net now, as it's only 2 shots for Team Phoenix Infinity, but 2 shots, 2 goals. That's all that matters. The good pass back to Corrupted is going to try to get that chip up left. Couldn't really do anything with it, so it's going to have to trust his teammates now to keep the pressure on the ball so it doesn't go back to their own zone as Blue tries to get out of their zone. It's very tough. Look at that wall of cars just stopping it. Next8 going to leave it. Corrupted, try to put it in. That's going to fly right by the Blue zone, though. Still no shots. Ooh, dangerous spot to put that ball.
Man, I know we were talking about being aggressive and stuff like that, and it seems to be working in their favor a little bit here and there, but the difference of level of high level versus low level play.
No, I'm going to tell you exactly why that happened. Blue miscommunication. 2 people in net. They both try to go for it. Neither one gets a touch on it, and that's a wide open net. Nice, easy chip shot for Corrupted to put them up 3-0 now. 2 minutes left in the match.
Yeah, miscommunication definitely leading there, and that's one of the big benefits to being on a higher level team is you learn like how important communication is, whether it be like this Phoenix Infinity team has been doing. Those passbacks are something that you have to communicate because there's a lot of times that you do not expect it and it can lead to danger.
We almost had a great passing play come out of Phoenix there, but Rescue Heroes stops that one in his track. Next8 out to the middle. Null just barely getting to that. Thankfully for him, there was no one on orange to stuff that one into the net. We got 2 minutes left in this match. 3-0 on the scoreboard, very doable. Blue's doing a good job of keeping it away from their net, as I said before, but they're not making any of these long clears, and it's getting stopped right before it hits mid by Phoenix. But maybe this could be their opportunity right now. If they can keep some pressure on the ball, they're just not getting to it quick enough.
Man, I agree with you on that one. It's like this team in this Phoenix Infinity is they just keep going after it. It's like you're like, yeah, okay, we got some breathing room. Oh, just kidding, they're right here. It's like, how do you stop that?
Next8 almost had a good opportunity for a passer, but Leth is going to be in a good spot to pass that out, and that's an open net. Can he get a touch on it? He can. Leth, a little bit of breakdown on defense there, but he takes opportunity. We call that punishment, and he did it good. Null puts that the wrong way, and Leth finishes it off.
Man, that's a beautiful punch by Lethammer. Just doing whatever he can to just barely graze it and sneak that one in the shot. Those things are not easy to do. Being able to show the mechanical skill out here has got to bring some confidence to his team.
Yeah, those are the ones, though, you shoot yourself in the foot for. Could have gone the other way, but it didn't. But we still have a minute of play left in this match. There's lots of time to tie this up. We already saw a kickoff goal happen. It could still happen. Null with a nice back wall as he did before, but that's going on point. Next8 recognizing, look at the shot placements are just very good. They're recognizing where the opponents are and where these shots needs to go, and that's what put them up 5-0 on the scoreboard.
Man, those big clears just not happening. That's tough. I mean, they're doing the right things. I mean, they're getting into the ball. They're mechanically showing that they can go up and compete. but they're not pushing it far enough out, and they're putting themselves in such a bad position. It's rough.
Yeah, well, you have a Dominus on the team, Lucifer and a Null as well, too, and that's what we need to do. Might get the second touch. He's going to die out a boost there, and that's not going to allow him to put one on the scoreboard. As Orange moves back into the attack, another maybe open net. Null gets the right direction on it that time. But yeah, exactly, we have some Dominus. You can get those clears. Look at that pinch. You just got to get some more of those, and that'll allow you to set up for some more shots on net. They're just not getting the right connection with their car.
Yeah, and these guys, I mean, that's a big thing. I mean, when you see Phoenix Infinity clear the ball like that, their entire team just swarms it. And it doesn't stop. Like, they get a big clear, they hit one in, the other guys go to clear it, and then they get hit again. It's like it just keeps pushing back. You don't see much possession coming out of this blue team on the other side.
No, said if I can't get a goal, I'm getting a demo, and at least gets himself some points for that one. And it looks like this ball is probably going to drop down with a 5-0, 0 shots coming out of Rescue Heroes. We thought it was going to be close. It wasn't a domination like we saw in the first earlier matches of today, but it definitely was still for sure in Phoenix Infinity's favor. Most certainly, we have. How about math? That's 9 shots, 10 shots, 10 shots for Phoenix Infinity, 0 shots for Rescue Heroes. It was definitely in favor of Orange there.
Yeah, that's really good stuff. I'm glad to see Phoenix Infinity showing why they belong in that top 10.
Yeah, we're going to see what the analyst desk has to say. Golden Boy, take it away.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. And yeah, I mean, you know, math is hard, and I know this better than anyone. Okay, I can tell you, because I'm terrible at math. The New York public education system did indeed fail me. But what did fail today was Rescue Heroes' ability to get a shot. It just was not working out for them at all. 0 shots in both games, while Phoenix Infinity were pretty much just like on them, like the blue on the car, like a decal on a car. Oh man, that was a good joke, and I didn't bring it home. You can punish me later for that one, findable. Anyway, guys, Gibbs, I guess we'll start with you here. You know, they looked so strong, Phoenix Infinity in game 1, just coming out of the gate strong, dominating early on. What were some of your takeaways from that?
So Phoenix, to me, actually didn't look that great. They played a great midfield game and didn't allow shots, obviously, with 0 shots in 2 games, which is really impressive. But they did not make any offensive opportunities happen. They were just waiting for mistakes from Rescue Heroes. And Rescue Heroes had a lot of mistakes, so that's why Phoenix scored a lot of goals. But I didn't see, like I saw maybe 2 goals where Phoenix actually did something great to score. And when you play later on, in, like versus No Clue, who was ranked number 9, you have to put passes to your teammates for goal opportunities, and they were not doing that.
Yeah, I feel like the difference from what we saw in the first matchup with Onslaught doing as well as they did and then No Clue was that they were finding the opportunities and then they were taking advantage of them. I think one of the biggest things that anyone can ever say in any competitive game is push your advantages, right? And I felt as if this team, Phoenix Infinity, just didn't quite do that, and it was more because of what the Rescue Hero squad wasn't doing rather than what Phoenix Infinity were doing. Findable, how do you feel about that? Am I way off base here?
No, you're exactly on point. You see a team like Rescue Heroes, they maybe came in this game a little timid. Maybe they knew the name Phoenix Infinities or knew one of the players. They grouped up a lot in net. There were many occasions where all 3 of them were just sitting in net. And it worked out for them for a little bit in the beginning. Like, it did work out for maybe a minute and a half. They always held off maybe a goal or 2 for a bit. And then once it broke, that's it. It was just open the floodgates, goal after goal after goal. But like Gibbs said, Phoenix Infinity seemed to be more taking advantage of when that defense fell apart.
Yeah.
It wasn't particularly they were making opportunities. It was that Rescue Heroes was giving them opportunities. And that's a very good point.
Yeah, and again, I never really felt like Rescue Heroes never let it get out of hand, even though the scoreboard may have shown something else. But going into game number 2, though, we ended up seeing a very aggressive start yet again for this squad. 10 shots for Phoenix Infinity, 0 for Rescue Heroes. One more time, they just could not get a shot on goal. I mean, Carpet, we'll go to you for this one. Is it just more of the same from what we saw in game 1?
I mean, yeah, game 1, they had 6 saves, 0 shots. Defense plays a key role in this game, it does, but offense plays just a bigger key role. You can't win without goals. You can defend your heart out, but the game's never going to end 0-0. So what they weren't doing is they would take a decent defensive play where they had an okay clear, I think we're looking at one right now that had a really good touch, but no one followed it up. Someone from Phoenix Infinity actually beat them to that ball. They weren't following up on their own defensive hits, and that's what made them cave. You can be a great defensive player all you want, but if you can't turn it into an offense, you're just gonna. That's exactly what's gonna happen. Like 6 saves, that's a lot of saves in a single game.
Yeah.
But 0 shots, that's not many.
But like, I also feel as if, you know, I also feel as if you're talking about 6 saves here, and that was really just constant aggression from Phoenix Infinity. So yes, it's awesome that they saved it 6 times, but it's like, dude, you had to save it 6 times. Like, that's not a position that you'd want to be put in, correct, Gibbs?
So I played goalie for Cosmic, and people would always be like, well, like, why don't you have a lot of saves? It's like, we don't want saves. We want 0 shots against us, which is what Phoenix did. Saves are not good, because that means you're letting the other team get opportunities against you. But Phoenix, it just seemed like this game, they just played a little safe, which is okay, because they're playing a weaker team. But I want to see them pick up that aggression when they play the better teams, or else they're not going to go too far in this tournament.
It's going to be tough for them. It's going to be very tough for them. But Phoenix Infinity does move on to the next round here at the RLCS. Now, we have plenty more Rocket League coming up in just a second. We thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you guys in a little bit with more Rocket League action.